God does not limit us. He even wants his children to achieve greater things. So God will not be telling you to be mediocre. No, that is not God. God wants you to dominate. God wants you to be the best of what he has called you to be. Life is hard, and lately I've seen myself in this place where I choose to believe life is hard, and what I get in return is hard life. And I've not really liked the phase of me seeing life as hard and not really as I would want my life to be. So my life is a perception of my thoughts, it's a perception of me. So I am to determine what happens to me and not just accept whatever life throws at me. Hey guys, my name is Oluchi, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about serving God and how he has seen me through, how faith has led me on. I've filmed this video a couple of times, and either I don't like the video or I just delete it, or probably I'm scared of posting it and I've been looking for a better platform to post this video. But my YouTube consists of business, faith and lifestyle, so I'm including my faith journey here on YouTube. So you're welcome. So today we are going to be talking about serving God. So how do you see serving God? Does serving God only mean going to church on Sundays? Does it only mean giving sacrifices? Does it only mean on Sundays? Serving God goes beyond that. For me, I see serving God as first of all loving God. So before I would even think of serving, why would I even serve him? First of all, I have to love him. And by loving him, I mean I would love him. Like if you've ever been in love, you know what love means. Like you want the best for that person you love, and you just have to obey that person. You have to do whatever the person will, whatever you know will benefit the person, you just have to do it. But in God's own case, what he's telling us to do is for our own benefit. So I see serving God first as loving him, and then secondly I see serving God as respecting him. I said reference for God is like the number one thing. If I would respect a person, I would do whatever the person tells me to do. And in God's case, I know that all he tells us to do, like all his plans for us are of good and not of evil. So basically I don't know, I made a post initially of why I serve God, not really because I was told, but because I want to, not really because of the fear of going to hellfire, but because of this peace, this connection I have with him. That's basically why I serve him. And yeah, some of us growing up, we've had this perception of like going to church. Our parents forced us to go to church, but really we don't really have the encounter. We've not really had any encounter with Christ. So you have to on your own have this relationship with God, that when you're in need, when you're in trouble, you go to him and be like, Father, please help me, like I don't even know what to do. And if you're in that situation where you just see yourself like just going to church and there's no intimacy, there's no connection, it's still not lit for you, you can, as a person, go right now and be like, God, help me to love you. I want to have this connection with you. I want to serve you. And definitely, like, why else has he called us? And from serving God, I realized that he just directs you, he just shows you the way. There have been so many instances in my life where like I don't even know what to expect, like I don't even know how my life is going to be. Because I remember as a child growing up, I've had this perception because I grew up, like far back as I remember, I grew up as a stammerer, and I don't really know why. I'm like the only person in my family who is a stammerer, and growing up, my childhood was really bad because I grew up having low self-esteem. I grew up with inferiority complex, and it's been really terrible. My growing up has been bad, and I remember even as little as I was in primary school, I would ask God, like, then I was really thinking of my future. I was like, what can I be with a stammerer? Like, can I even speak out? Can I even have a conversation with someone? But now I just realized that God has been leading me, and probably I tell that why I'm moving the stamina, like there's a reason. And then when I when I got to the Bible verse where I realized that Moses was a stammerer, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's even in the Bible, and God still used him. That really motivated me to know that no matter no matter your disability, no matter what, like God can still use you. And then I'll be like, I'm going to go to the convent because I don't really because I can't even walk somewhere because I'm a stammerer. I can't like give a presentation. But then I just got to realize that there are no hindrances, and being a stammerer is not an hindrance. So I don't really know what you're passing through, but I just want to tell you that with God, like with God, all things are possible. Like, and there is nothing you can like. I listened to Pastor Selman, and he talked about like for us to find our purpose, we have to go back to our source. Like if you want to see the beauty of the fish, how talented the fish is, as when you put that fish in water. On land, that fish is going to struggle. So for us to find our purpose on earth, we have to go back to our source. And our source, God created us in His own image and likeness. We have to go back to Him, and that's the only way we are going to find our purpose. That's the only way He's going to direct us. So I just want to. This is like the first video ever I'm going to be posting here, talking about faith, and yeah. So the first thing first is we have to love God. We have to serve Him. That is the first thing you have to understand. And loving God and serving Him is just as simple as you closing your eyes and asking Him for forgiveness, telling God that you're sorry for the so many ways we've offended you, and that I want to come back to you, Lord. I want to know you, Lord. I want to feel you, Lord. I want you to speak to me, Lord. I want you to speak to my heart. Ignoring all your problems, ignoring whatever you're going through, and first of all, going back to God, because God is the one who makes the multiplies of the years you've wasted. Because sometimes in our life, you're like, oh God, I've wasted so many times. And have you seen someone who, like, 5 years seems like nothing was happening, and then in 1 year, all what that person has been desiring in that 5 years manifests in just a period of 1 year, and people start to wonder like, how come? That is what God can do. So if you're expecting a child, like I listened to this lady one day and she was talking about how she was expecting a child, and for 2 years after her marriage, and then suddenly she got the child, and she got back and she was asking God, like, God, like, why did I have to wait? Why did I have to go through those things? And she said like God told her that the mother she is now is not the mother she was 5 years ago, not the mother she would have been 2 years ago. So God was preparing her. So I don't really know what you're going through, but first of all, before you even think of anything, you have to have this relationship with God, because you don't just want to be moving through life, you want to be moving to a particular direction. It's not really about how far, but how well. It's not really about working 24 hours a day, it's about the results. How productive are you? Someone can work for 24 hours without getting results. Someone can work for 2 hours and get more result than you working for 24 hours. So that's first of all, you have to go back. Like you have to step aside a little bit and ask God, like, God, why have you called me on earth? And first of all, you have to have a relationship with God. That's why the first thing in this video is talking about loving God and serving Him. And I truly believe that God is going to touch your life. Like you listening to me, God is going to touch your life in a way that you go to Him and relationship, that whatever you're seeking for, whatever you seek for in life, you can comfortably and confidently go to God and expect Him to do that which you're asking for Him, as long as what you're asking is right. Because whatever we plan in our heart, like God does not limit us. He even wants His children to achieve greater things. So God will not be telling you to be mediocre. No, that is not God. God wants you to dominate. God wants you to be the best of what He has called you to be. So if you're listening to me today, the first thing you have to do is to go back to your source, go back to God and create a relationship and have a relationship with Him. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any question, if you're struggling with anything, please let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, do have an amazing day. Bye.